Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Jessica Henry and I'm happy to have you with me today. Today I'm going to demonstrate the start and finish of a portrait painting. Now quite a bit of this is going to be fast forwarded, but I will talk you through the beginning stages and then every now and then stop it and explain a little bit more about what I'm doing. This is going to be a little bit more detailed painting. I love the expression of this little girl and her curls, and all of the jewelry, and so I'm excited to share this one with you today. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, to like and subscribe, and wait till the end of this video. Go all the way through and check out the workshops that I have coming up. I also have a special event where I would love to meet you here in Ohio, USA. I have a gallery reception on October 4th, the evening of that. So check out all the information in there, and I would love to meet you also at any one of my workshops. So I've got 4 of them. I'm going to put links below, and I hope to see you there. All right, you guys, so let's jump in. Today for the colors that I'm going to be using, I just have some titanium white, cadmium yellow medium. I will use a little bit of alizarin, I will use a little bit of cadmium red light. I have yellow ochre, burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, some phthalo green, and alizarin crimson. Now I do have a bunch of other colors on my palette because to the side over here I have the actual image that I'm going to be painting from on my laptop. It's just folded in half and put over here palette because I'm just simply going to be using ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. As I tone the canvas, I'm going to get a larger brush. I have my 2.5 inch just to tone it. I get a little thinner on there, grab some sienna, and I want to tone the canvas today too, just to give me a place to start so I can rub out different features of the painting. And it also gives me a place from which to begin my painting. It's already in the middle tone range. So I'll be quiet here now and tone the canvas, and I'm going to figure out exactly where she's going to fit most appropriately on the canvas. So I wanted to just have a general loose feeling with my brush and think, okay, so if her head is here and the mirror is here, would it make sense that the rest of her then is here? Maybe we should move her head over. And all of the jewelry and things down here. Maybe she should be a little smaller. You can see how by just keeping it really simple and loose, that the beginning steps of just figuring out your composition can be relatively simple. Her dress, her arm. This is her shoulder area. All the jewelry is easy to see down here. The vanity edge comes about like that. We'll just let that fade because it's really hard to see the rest of that. And all these fun little jewelry pieces I'll be getting in. So her shoulders here, her face, and the mirror then about in this area. And I love her reflection. That is really what the painting is all about. This beautiful reflection in here. So that means her face will be right about here in the mirror. And her little self. Let's have her filled out a little bit more. so then her forehead will come down like this. Okay, so in a very short time, I have figured out the entire composition of this painting. This will all be a nice dark area in here. I'll connect all this dark with the fun little sparkles and baubles of jewelry, and then it fades to lighter over here. So I'm going to get a little bit bigger brush now. So with this brush, I'm going to start laying in the value placement. If you hear that buzzing sound, I have a fan above my easel up above, just a little one that I'm finding is just enough to help with some of the fumes that I've been breathing with the odorless mineral spirits and things. So I'm very grateful. Someone had suggested that. It plugs right into my laptop. It has a USB plug-in. So that just kind of makes more sense. $5 at Target. Such a good deal. So at this point now, I'm kind of just laying in the importance of the dark areas on this painting. And I love how her hair has this dark passage in here that will connect to the mirror. And then all the rest of this down here is going to be dark. Okay, so I'm going to stop now filming and I'm going to work on just getting the rest of this in place, and we'll come back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I worked a while on this a little bit more, and what I'm going to do at this point now, I've put together some of the values in here and just kind of laying out where I want the lighter pieces to lead the eye in, and where I want some of these darker masses to help shape and conform the painting. So I've got this dark of the frame coming up, and there's a shadow on the inside of the frame of the mirror, and it comes down to her head. And so there's this connection from and I'm just going to work a little bit more on getting some of these other features in place. I'll take a little bit of ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, some white and ochre that was already on my palette, like that, just to work on some of these shadows back here. I want them to be performing their function, but not to be distracting. So I want to give my shadows a very soft edge. Most of this back here will be completely covered by all of the little jewelry stands and things. So again, in a situation like this, just like in landscape painting or anything else, I'm working from the farthest away area first and then working my way forward. So behind the jewelry stands, there's a background back there, just shadows and nondescript area. If I'd left it the toned color of the canvas, it would have had sort of a glowing, vibrant feeling to it, and I don't want that because it would be distracting. So I'm putting this coat of just cool background wall color back here. And then that creates that attractive movement of light, just like darker up to light that way. Okay, so now I'm going to make a darker color, a deep mahogany for the frame. Burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, and I think I'll add a little bit of alizarin crimson to that. And that kind of goes about up to halfway here. A little bit of linseed oil will thin that mixture down just a little bit. A little alizarin with that burnt sienna will give it sort of a mahogany type color over here. coat. It's not thick paint because I don't feel like I'm chasing that sun quite as much. Destin, Florida, and I'm gonna paint here. This is our first way to get started. Some of the shore, and then this earlier about the color scheme. Probably pretty much the From the celebrated vineyards of Cahors to the prehistoric cave paintings at Plein Air, the region and its bustling markets are just waiting to be explored and painted. The region of the lot is full of beautiful landscapes, dramatic gorges, and slow-moving rivers. It also boasts some of the most beautiful and iconic villages in France.
Les Vieux-Vents is situated within the protected boundaries of Cassé de Quercy Regional Natural Park, set between the Dordogne and Garonne River. The park is cut between deep valleys with amazing views and dramatic scenery.
The location for this is in a spectacular convent in the heart of France, surrounded by medieval stone cities, ancient charm, and inspiration around every corner. This former 17th century convent offers sensitively renovated rooms, each with its own unique personality. Behind the ancient stone wall of the convent, you will discover the blooming courtyard where often lunch is served. There are winding pathways through lush floral gardens where you will discover the lily pond and the naturally landscaped swimming pools. At my Le Vieux Couvent workshop, I will focus on 3 essential topics: values, composition, and efficiency. My oil painting plein air workshop courses are aimed at simplifying the complex. With 25 years of experience teaching thousands of students personally and online, I have developed a system of approaching plein air painting that takes the intimidation out of this most adventurous and exciting form of painting. All of my workshops are focused around creating an atmosphere of learning, openness to sharing, and a relaxed environment where the undercurrent is the concept everyone can do this. The content of the workshop will be presented in a workbook, printed and given to each participant in the workshop. At this workshop, I will be doing a portrait demo one evening, as well as a nocturne demo as the time and weather allows. So join me on this incredible French adventure next year, July 20th to the 30th, 2020. Full. You don't want to miss this. The intention is for this to be an artistic holiday, not to exhaust, but to inspire. I will meet you where you are and help guide you where you'd like to go with your artistic journey. And what trip to France would be complete without a stop by Paris? I am offering, at no extra charge for you, a 4-day excursion to the heart of Paris. We will tour the Louvre, Musée d'Orsay, Notre Dame, and just take our time relaxing and enjoying beautiful Paris. You cover your own expenses, lodging, transportation, museum tickets, and as a group, we will tour these most beautiful locations and discuss the art together and paint and just enjoy each other's camaraderie. Sign up today.